show. We are back here. We are back here. Okay, hold on a second. Let's pause. This is gonna be fun. Mark's probably gonna add all the slides going forward, but Stands with Trees has just crashed. So he's got one of our spatial recordings, and we need to make sure we have 2 to protect that. So let's hold on.
Are you going to give a
countdown today? Yes, we'll do a countdown this time. Yep.
All right.
As soon as he's back. Are you ready, Matthew? He's setting up again, and then we'll do a count. You guys are so patient. This reminds me of the old days.
Doesn't it? Yes.
We usually did this with duct tape and scissors and a little bit of Post-it notes, sticky notes. All right.
They're VR veterans. Right. That's why, Lorel.
Yeah.
Yay. Yes, indeed. All right. On a count of what do I do? 6? 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Let's get started with some news from around the world that impacts all of us.
Hold on. I want to say welcome to everybody, and we're here in our wonderful Halloween studio. So we get one more week after Halloween to celebrate our beautiful studio, and now we can start going. So hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Steph, go for it.
Okay, here we go. Pardon the voice. Let's get started with some news from around the world that impacts all of us here in the metaverse, one way or another. Here's the world news.
Here's the world news, is right. There's a lot going on in the world, but first up, our favorite thing, daylight savings time. It started for many around the world last week. I know. Last week it started for many around the world, and it hits much of the United States and Canada this weekend. As the whole issue in the around the daylight savings time is a nightmare, check with your local government for details. For those attending events in VR this past week and next, triple check the links to the events to ensure that you show up at the right time. Don't expect the 3 p.m. you used to meet to be the same time. It could be 2 p.m. or it could be 4 p.m. depending on which way your clock goes.
Mm-hmm. That's
crazy stuff.
I mean,
crazy. Well, yesterday, FTX cryptocurrency founder Sam Bankman-Fried was convicted of defrauding cryptocurrency customers of at least $10 billion. Well, the month-long trial brought extraordinary revelations of poor business practices and management. It's a reminder to all of us that the hopes and fears of cryptocurrency are real. So we decided to take a look into the value of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in the metaverse in the past, as well as today.
And hopefully my internet's going to last through this. Bitcoin US dollars, USD is what it's called. Bitcoin USD is one of the most popular. We were surprised, though, to find that most of its life on the exchange, Bitcoin has been at a loss with an all-time high of almost $70,000. And the low for this year was 15,000, evidence of the volatility of the market. Yeah, Ethereum, one of the most popular metaverse cryptocurrencies, has followed a similar trajectory with an all-time highest value of almost 5,000. I thought it was worth more. And the 52-week low for this year was around $1,000. With news of one of the leaders of the cryptocurrency movement likely heading to jail, and maybe for a long time, I just heard before the show started, because he's got other things coming up against him.
6 years.
Yeah, well, he has other cases that are being brought against him. It will be interesting to see what the new year brings for this modern currency market.
Oh boy, let's try
Yeah.
something a little more cheerful.
Yeah.
In exciting space news, the Parker Solar Probe from NASA is speeding its way around the sun, getting closer and closer to the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, photographing and analyzing the sun in a way that has never been done before. Besides sending stunning data to help us better understand how the sun works and about solar flares, it is setting speed records as the fastest moving object known to man, and it keeps breaking its own records.
In 2018, after launch, it swung around using the planet and sun's gravity push to become the fastest human-made object. And in September, it increased to 736,000 miles per hour. That's 635,000 kilometers per hour. If you were to travel at that speed, it would take you 20 seconds to fly from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. Next year, it's incredible. Next year, it takes longer to get to the airport. Next year, it is anticipated to reach over 430,000 miles per hour. That's stunning.
Wow.
The probe orbits the sun every 3 months and has an expected life for another 2 years. Then it will likely either crash into the sun or continue flying around the galaxy.
We won't be able to see it. It'll be moving so fast. It's the invisible probe, you know.
Be there in a second.
The first world.
Oh no.
Yeah. The first world AI Safety Summit was held in the United Kingdom this week, and each country brought a different approach. The United States want companies to voluntarily commit and adhere to reporting requirements, and they've launched the AI Safety Institute under the Department of Commerce, as well as a sweeping executive order that aims to monitor and regulate the risks of artificial intelligence while also harnessing its potential.
Already at the forefront of internet legislation, the EU is finalizing the adoption of an AI Act by the end of the year, along with a voluntary code for AI regulations for the G7 group of countries. They hope to spur startup innovation. The EU is planning to make supercomputers available to train models free of charge.
Ooh.
We're assuming that's for EU residents.
China stressed equal rights for every country to develop and use AI in global cooperation to share AI knowledge with the public on open source terms. The Indian delegation looked to AI as an enabler of mass digital adoption. Korea wanted more focus on protecting the privacy of citizens. The UAE proposed that it would be best to govern based on the use cases of AI, not the tech itself. Nigeria, however, saw AI as beneficial, but thought its biggest challenge will be its socioeconomic impact.
We will be watching these new terms and conditions as they directly impact the metaverse and its integration and development with artificial intelligence. We have more on this in the AI segment of the show.
Microsoft is releasing another huge update that now has their AI assistant, Copilot, that is better integrated into the entire Windows system. They also announced they will begin subscription fees for Microsoft 365 Copilot as an AI add-on for corporate workers using Microsoft productivity apps like Word and Excel. Laurel has been using the Microsoft Copilot AI for our scripts and slides, finding and verifying news items, creating images, and answering our questions to help explain the news stories to you. We're finding it fast and easy to use.
Other features coming in the new Windows 11 2023 update include a built-in video editing app called ClimpChamp, natural-sounding native and international language screen reader, smarter snipping for those of us using the snipping tool for screenshots of events and worlds in VR, improved backup system, and the ability to tap into some computer systems' adaptive screen and computer technology to save energy. If you wish to see if you already have the update waiting for you, hit the Windows key and type in Windows Update.
Good, good, good. Now for the metaverse news. VR is once again going into space. An HTC Vive Focus 3 is heading into the International Space Station to spend 8 months with the NASA Crew 7 mission for mental health, mindfulness, and entertainment. VR has tried this before, but it caused astronauts to become disoriented and motion sickness. You would think this would be an issue, but there is no gravity to give a headset its directional frame of reference, thus is out of sync with the movements of the user.
Ouch. We know what that feels like. The partner companies XR Health and Nord Space APS say they have made software changes to ensure the spatial orientation is set and matches the user's motion. This is a first step in bringing VR to longer missions to help the astronauts maintain their physical and mental health. They also say that they've included apps that give people a sense of home to deal with homesickness. That's nice.
An article out yesterday on Securities Market News listed the maverick companies redefining the AR and VR frontier. With a revised annual market growth rate of almost 14%, companies are stepping up and into the metaverse.
Unbelievably, Magic Leap continues to be a #1 innovator in the XR market with their move into wearable technology. With a brand new CEO, we're excited to see where this company goes and if they can survive their own bankruptcy and past failures.
Oof.
Wisp Labs' Immersive Memories app is still in development, but early previews make it a game changer for the modern world, as it allows people to store old memories and watch them from whenever they want in their headset or smartphone. You can record videos of everyday moments using sensors in the new smartphones to capture the footage with 3D information and photogrammetry, which is converted into VR video. Amazing. Want to bring your memories back to life, so to speak?
Well, maybe some of them, at least.
Maybe.
Some of them,
Yeah.
Not all.
Meanwhile, Oxford VR is a British startup that uses VR to deliver cognitive behavioral therapy. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has defined VR as a breakthrough device for mental illness and health treatments. Oxford VR has been effective in treating agoraphobia, anxieties, and other mental health challenges, and is now running trials in the U.S. with the veterans charity Wounded Warrior Project for PTSD. Another company, Applied VR, already uses VR for healthcare treatments and chronic pain management. Bravo.
Sony, Meta, yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sony, Meta, Niantic, and others are changing the entertainment industry with VR, and many of us we're so familiar with all these things, so we're not going to go into the list. But other mavericks in the VR industry, you know them well, include Unity, Blender, NVIDIA, and many others. And as we've said many times, right now is the time to be in VR. It is changing the world. It's changing how we live, work, and play. And exciting times are ahead, my friends.
Very good.
With the amazing capabilities of the Quest 3 headset pass-through and the potential of mixed reality, more augmented and mixed reality apps are coming online to put the virtual into your life. Uploader VR published a review of what they call some of the best mixed reality apps for the Quest 3.
Vermilion is a wet-on-wet oil painting VR app that allows users to bring up a virtual canvas and create stunning paintings that may be printed out through your computer printer via other image printing services or displayed virtually. Vermilion continues to improve with new features such as canvas layers, pass-through support, and multiplayer functionality. Have you played with it?
Yes, I have, and it's wonderful.
Oh, man.
Figment XR is another drawing tool that is now powered by the now open source Google Tilt Brush. It allows you to paint and create in the 3D space with even more powerful features than the original Tilt Brush.
We've talked about Piano Vision before, but it has now added new features that allow for the viewing of digitized sheet music that highlights the keys on a physical piano or a virtual one. For those learning to play piano or brushing up on their skills, this app is a game changer. I actually bought the app and I bought a physical keyboard to go with it. But the software, it's a little too fast for me. I need baby steps. So I'm using a little app on my phone right now.
It'll happen. Synth Riders is a VR rhythm game that has added a mixed reality update that literally beats Beat Saber to the punch to bring the pounding action into your house, punching walls and bringing cyberpunk environments right into your living room. Other VR games that have added a mixed reality mode include Demio, Puzzling Places, Drop Dead the Cabin, and many others. Check them out and let us know about your experiences.
Now, Pico, love Pico, it has added a TikTok app to their Pico 4 VR headset. The Tico. TikTok! I can't.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Did we lose her? Is she gone? Her internet
Oh,
has just
shit.
dumped her. I
Oh,
will
yep.
continue on from the beginning. Pico has now added a TikTok app for their Pico 4 VR headset. The TikTok app appears to be similar to the Android phone app with all the same functionality, appearing as a giant virtual phone screen. Hold your controller trigger to drag or swipe and just use thumbsticks to scroll. While it might not be justification to buy the headset, those using it love it, with or without TikTok.
A few months ago, we told you about research done with mice and rats using miniature VR headsets. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Researching using VR continues on, though a little differently. A paper published in Science reported that scientists are experimenting with rats to test their imagination and ability to navigate and move objects in a VR landscape.
Scientists have outfitted rats with brain scanning devices and a spherical treadmill surrounded by screens to create a 3D virtual reality environment through projection to make the rats feel as if they're moving through the environment. They let the rats explore and create a baseline cognitive map of the virtual environment and train them to find a specific location. They then put objects blocking the path, testing their ability to problem solve, measuring the brain's responses. The research is still ongoing. It's a fascinating use of virtual environments, even without the mini headsets.
Wow, no kidding. Rats. All right. Virtual hardware news. Oprah's annual Favorite Things 2023 list is out, and the Quest 3 is featured. Meta has been spending major advertising dollars to ensure the Quest 3 is found in every ad capable, website, app, and more. We're starting to see billboards too, but now that it's on Oprah's must-have favorite things list, it's a game changer. We aren't sure if Meta is going to do discount sales during Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but we expect starting in a few weeks through to January, another huge cycle boom in VR traffic across the social VR platforms and get multiplayer games. Get yourself ready.
Sure.
The Quest Update version 59 update is rolling out to both Quest 2 and 3 users. If you have just received it and are having issues with extended use, check out the new battery saver mode to help extend the life of the battery. Well, by turning the Quest 3 into a Quest 1 headset until a better solution comes along. There are updates for hand tracking, the Family Safety Center activities, and assisted space setup for mixed reality.
You know, more bugs and issues are continuing to be reported. Controller drift and audio issues may now have a solution, as yesterday, Meta announced a fast patch to fix the controller tracking problem. That should be rolling out right now. Check your updates. It will shut down your controllers for 1 or 2 minutes during the update.
One of the issues that is not getting a fast fix is the burning sensation many are experiencing with the foam face pad. We have the same issue with the Quest 2. This time, many people are buying a silicone face pad cover to replace or cover the manufacturer pad rather than waiting for a fix. It's about $10, US $10 on Amazon, a little higher price for UK and EU customers. I bought the Meta one and it's still not that comfortable.
Among other accessories now available for the Quest 3 in some countries are cases, controller grips, charging docks, a wide variety of head straps, spacer protectors for eyeglasses and prescription lenses, and earbuds, including wireless versions that offer better sound without wires. Many of us invested in fans and other accessories, and so far they aren't available yet to fit the Quest 3. We're not sure yet if these manufacturers will introduce adapters or new versions, but we are watching out for it for you.
You know, I've been a long-time fan of the Bobo VR head strap for the Quest 2, especially with the backup battery. And Laurel loves hers with 2 interchangeable backup batteries, although today I'm not sure. With news that these would not fit the Quest 3, we were worried that these head straps are expensive. Bobo VR announced that they were making an adapter for a low cost, but you have to have a 3D printer. Tom Hall has created a simple, easy-to-use 3D version adapter and posted it for free on Printables. We've shared the link for you on the News and Updates Discord. What a great gift. But I have to tell everybody, I ordered a already 3D printed one through eBay, a little retrofit for my Bobo, and I put it on and I absolutely love it. It's like wearing the old headset with the Bobo VR.
Oh, excellent.
So definitely it works perfectly. It cost me about $10. So do go out and get one.
Sounds like a good investment.
Yeah.
While eye tracking is not yet available on the Quest, the CTO of Meta, Andrew Bosworth, says the technology will soon be part of the base package. The technology is expensive, but he believes it is essential for the future to allow for more realistic social interactions, eye contact, and improved rendering performance. Currently, eye tracking adds $1,000 to the cost of the headset and increases the weight. As the technology shrinks, costs may also shrink, so expect eye tracking to become part of the headsets soon.
That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of the interesting decisions made recently by Meta is the choice to disable your first-person avatar on Quest. Did you understand what that meant? When you put on the headset and arrive in your private home space, you look down and see a cartoon version of your avatar. Introduced a year ago, the first-person avatar irritated people because Quest estimates the position of your torso and arms and doesn't track them, resulting in distorted or headless bodies floating around. With the Quest 3, the body-to-head positions improved with integrated upper body tracking that is coming to the headset soon. But people were still freaked out by the cartoon avatar.
Honestly, they should have been with us during the year.
Yeah. When they remodeled AltspaceVR.
They remodeled AltspaceVR. Yeah. Remember those cartoon avatars?
Yeah.
Stick figures.
Yes.
Stick figures, yeah.
Well, the version 59 update brings the option to turn off first-person avatars. So relax. You'll soon be a floating pair of hands again in your home space.
Now on to world building news. If you've seen the Library of Babel in VR chat, Mahu has recreated the layout of the Library of Babel, as described by Jorg Louis Borges, as an infinite home for every possible book. According to one reviewer of the virtual environment, it contradicts the laws of Euclidean coordinate systems, allowing you seamlessly traverse the fractal space. I think that means that it is a Doctor Who TARDIS. It feels bigger on the inside.
Good description, Steph. Not only are the individual rooms generated to feel infinite, the books on the shelves are readable and also infinite. The Unity project is designed around the player and recycles as you move around with a powerful and unique custom Unity. For those familiar with the Space Station Maze and AltspaceVR, the process is similar, but the Library of Babel takes it to a whole new level. Check it out in VR chat.
It's infinite in there, that's for sure. An article in Blockchain magazine recently listed everything you need to know to become a metaverse app developer. Since this involves virtual world building and development on a scale different from what we create on social VR platforms, it caught our eye. What is the difference?
Well, the difference is that a metaverse app developer is responsible not only for the design and build, but for maintaining software applications, privacy, safety, and security, along with having the skills to integrate third-party tools and apps like logins and financial management, networking, servers, user experience, and user interface design. In addition to building, modeling, and programming skills, you must learn to work with copyrights, licensing, and contracts. If you have any interest in developing your own VR apps, now is the time to jump in, as the water is fine and there is room for you. The article that we've shared on our News and Updates Discord's World Building channel also covers the challenges of taking on building VR apps. It is early days, but so many privacy and ethical issues that must be addressed in the meantime. Most of all, it is highly competitive marketplace.
That's for sure. If you decide to create an app, we'd love to hear all about it. For our discussion today after the show, we're going to ask you what app you might create if you had the skills and funding to create one. What would your app be? We're really eager to hear what you think would be a great app. So give it some thought for the rest of the show.
If you are considering going into mixed or augmented reality development, Unity's XR toolset for Quest 3 is now fully supported through the Unity 2022.3 LTS Plus. It includes haptic response programming and a versatile framework for app development that streamlines the process across multiple platforms, which eliminates the need to maintain separate implementations. It is built on the OpenXR standard as a Unity plugin.
Wow. Competing groups participating in the year-long United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Metaverse Prize are starting to be notified that they have won or are in final round of competition for the awards. We've heard that Dr. Heartbeats and her team have been notified that they are finalists, and we are waiting for the final announcement. Congrats to them and all the participants.
Oh,
Absolutely,
no kidding.
yes.
A recent fascinating school challenge was held at the University of Waterloo in Canada to have students in a 2-week hackathon create a virtual reality experience on the topic of imagining the future of finance. Not a typical topic you would consider for VR. 54 students formed 12 teams to create dynamic, immersive VR solutions to promote healthy financial habits. The 3 winning teams created interactive, gamified financial literacy training of different types to promote saving and investing. This is a great example of the amazing power of VR. Educators in VR is teaming up with Cadets Metaverse, run by Lance, Karen, and others, for world tours. Cadets Metaverse does a 2-hour world hop on Sunday nights. It starts about 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and middle of the night for the UK and Europe. Their world hops are in VR Chat, Horizon, Rec Room, and other platforms. Educators in VR will be announcing the partnership officially, but you will be able to join before by visiting the News and Updates Discord channel on World Building News to find the link that allows you to join the group. Lance and his team discuss world building tips and techniques while on the tour. Check in with Lance, Karen, and the rest of the Cadet Metaverse team or Educators in VR.
If you have created an amazing new world on any platform or have come up with an interesting technique, please share it with us after the show or in our News and Updates Discord, as we would love to feature it on the show. You guys are incredibly creative, and we're eager to show off your work.
Now on to the AI news. What appears to be generally agreed upon by governments around the world is that today's AI systems don't yet pose a risk of getting out of control. People will still live in the real world, and AI is estimated to replace a small percentage of job types, becoming more of an assistant than replacement. It will likely create more jobs than lost. AI still need prompting from humans, limiting the actions they can take in the real world. Humans are more likely to give control than these systems are to take it over.
Meanwhile, generative AI for 3D modeling is available as an add-on for the latest versions of Unity, Unreal, and Blender. Their latest offering is an all-new kind of generative 3D foundation model called Genie. You can try it out on Discord to create text 3D objects today for free during its research preview. If you like your creation free there, you can even download it free as a GLB file from their website. See the news to use for a link to their invite.
Nice. A new video game by Javi Lopez called Angry Pumpkins was created completely with AI tools using ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Midjourney. The developer used natural language prompts to develop 600 lines of code for the game complete with AI-generated graphics. Midjourney was used to create the objects, characters, and backgrounds, and the title screen used DALL-E 3. And yes, it was inspired by the famous bird tossing game.
How will AR change the financial costs of game production? Will AI make virtual world building and game development like the move from analog photography to digital photograph? Turning photography from an expert art process to a craft anyone with a camera in their pocket can produce? News like this shakes the gaming and entertainment industry. Will AI empower or replace the extraordinary skill and talent it takes and needs to create powerful entertainment? We shall see.
Yeah. We are seeing more news articles, reviews, and coverage of the new Discord no banning attempt. And we'll update you on what we learn later. But now, let's cover some other Discord news.
This week, Discord released a tutorial on their blog titled 9 Tips for Hanging Out on Discord. We've covered most of these in the past, but we thought it was time to tackle a few again as a reminder.
Discord offers some text formatting. You can bold, italicize, add bullets, and even cover spoilers and add block quotes. The instructions are fairly simple and feature markup text, but you can also use keyboard shortcuts like selecting the text and using Control or Command plus B or I for bold and italics, and asterisk for bullets. You can control who can friend you in Discord by going to your user settings and setting the specification for who can friend you. This often keeps the riffraff out of your DMs. Remember, you do not have to accept every friend request, and please check the mutual service list to ensure that this is a person you may have talked to before or that you share common interests. Be careful. We know that many of you are Discord masters, and we love your tips and tricks.
Okay. You know, my favorite part's coming up. Fun stuff.
Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
We giggled our way through happy and sad numbers last week, and you gave us grief about it. We loved it. Today, we're going to provide educational information to really help you find success and joy in your life with something as simple as bread.
Indeed. To be more specific, bread bag tags. When you buy bread, it is usually wrapped in a plastic bag with either a metal twist tie or a colored plastic bread bag tag. You've seen these, right? Did you ever stop to wonder why they come in different colors?
No, I haven't until now.
No.
So Food and Wine magazine reports that there's a standard code for the colored bread tag for most bakeries. Monday is blue, Tuesday green, Thursday red, Friday white, and Saturday is yellow. While the date, price, and bakery name are often printed on the plastic tag, the color code helps you know the freshness date faster.
Wow.
Oh, that's good to know. Fascinating.
Yes.
Let's take these plastic bread tags or clips further, as they are often just tossed into the garbage when the loaf is done. Save them, and you can use them on your computer cables to label them.
Ooh.
Good idea.
Yeah, and they're also great for electrical cords, hooking socks together. identifying those wine glass, which wine glass belongs to which lips,
Oh,
scraping
dear.
food off of plates and pans, labeling keys, holding rubber bands together, and even helping Christmas lights stay on the tree. You can even label your Quest cable to differentiate it from the 50 other black or white cables under your desk.
No kidding. There are thousands of articles and videos out on the web with suggestions for using those plastic clips. Save them up. They are being replaced by many companies with cardboard versions for recycling.
Wow, I'm going to save them now from now on. That's for sure.
Me too.
See, we don't just provide you with goofy information. We like taking time out of the show to educate and inform you the little bits of news that can improve your life.
Yes. So welcome to the Martha Stewart segment of the News and Update Show. If you think I don't even know who Martha Stewart is.
I wonder if they have colored twisties.
So if you have any more funny news to share, any funny news, please, especially if this is gagging you, our news, please share it with us. We need all the help we can get.
Oh. Well, we are thrilled you are here for our 5th year bringing you the news and updates from in and around the metaverse. We love keeping you informed on events, virtual hardware, social VR platforms, and the news our metaverse community needs to stay informed. Thank you for being here.
Thank you to my fellow hosts this week. Steph, Karen, and Laurel was here. Well, she's here in heart.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes, we have Stands with Trees, Lance, Ancient Won't Say, Rich, Dave the Turner, Karen 666, and so many others who volunteer their time to produce and support this free Metaverse news show. We are looking forward to more volunteers, so if you wish to help, please let us know. It's a great opportunity to work and learn with an amazing team.
We also thank our amazing producer, Mark, a pioneer in developing this news talk show, the longest consistently running news show in the metaverse. We are working on a special holiday show in December, so tell your friends and enemies.
We film live on Fridays and repeat it with a spatial recording every Saturday because we know you need to know what is going on in the metaverse. Please join our News and Updates Discord to keep up with the news announcements we make throughout the week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for live streaming and watch recordings of past shows.
We are here after the show to talk to you and get your news, tips, and updates on your metaverse life and experience, so join us. Our lead question this week is, if you could create any VR app, what would it be? We film the discussion for YouTube's live stream and recording, so stay tuned.
You are the reason we do what we do every week. So please stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
We made it. Yay.
Yay. We got through the show without Laurel and Lance. Oh, no, Lance is over there.
No,
Okay,
Lance finally made it in. So.
He made it in, yeah.
Well,
I may have crashed 3 to 4 times, but I still made it in.
Good for you, Lance.
It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up.
We do have the
discussion.
Yeah, discussion.
Yeah.
Well, Lance, since you made it back, would you like to lead the discussion?
No, because I keep almost crashing.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the things I'd like to ask everyone is I would like to know what everyone's going to use their bread ties for.
I think we covered just about all of them, didn't we?
Yeah, but I want to know what they're using them for, you know.
Yes, Elena Beth. Unmute. She can't. Can someone unmute the audience, please?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, for years, it's something you could use when you're traveling as little clothespins.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
That's a
See,
good idea.
there is something new you can
learn
from this.
Yes. Well, did you guys think about what app you would like to create? What would your ideal app look like? Because pretty soon, even if you don't have Unity skills or Blender skills, we're going to be able to do so much.
Yep. So you might as well start thinking about it
would
now.
look like AltspaceVR.
Well, maybe we can improve on it a little.
Yeah.
I have one. What I would like to create is a game app because I suck at games, and I would design it like I used to be a teacher. I would design it so that there's levels, and I know a lot of games have levels, but you would set it would the AI in it would modulate your progress through the game. So if it's really hard, then it would lower it so you achieve a certain percentage of success.
Yeah.
And then as you get better at it, then it would add more complexity to the game. That would be the productive one. The unproductive one would be a really cool zombie game with lifelike zombies powered by AI.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So, hey, can I say something?
Yep.
Yes,
go ahead. Right ahead.
So it sounds like you want to give the zombies a brain, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Darren already talks to them. Darren just has conversations with them. They don't answer back, but he tells them their breath is bad. And
earlier today, Laurel said she had an argument with AI. I'm real curious to see how that turned out.
Yeah, me too.
And regarding the bread tie things, I've never used them for anything other than bread. So now I have some ideas.
Now you know.
Me as well.
Is my audio okay?
Yes,
yeah, we hear
it's
you.
perfect.
Yes,
okay,
perfect.
Good. So I just wanted to add, if I could develop an app, I would develop one like the Anne Frank house or traveling while black, but I would do it for people in wheelchairs, so people get to experience what life is like when you're in a wheelchair.
Good.
Great idea, Matthew.
Great idea.
Good one.
Like perhaps one of those.
You'd be surprised at the things that how inconvenient being in a wheelchair can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are some sports that are played in wheelchairs. And I think there's even hockey games that can be played on the ice without, if you're, if you cannot stand, and those might be interesting to reproduce too.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
We could see it from that point of view.
Oh, my battery's running low.
Oh,
because you're on a Quest 3.
Probably.
And I love it.
Great advertisement. Pardon me. And my voice is about to give out, so I am going to say goodnight, if you don't mind. Should we call the event closed for now? We do have a Redux tomorrow.
Did anybody have anything quickly they wanted to share before we close out here?
Me, I wanted to say something.
Sure.
Today I was cleaning. Well, I was cleaning the house, and what I normally like to do is, you know how the TVs have like all the apps and stuff. Well, I watch YouTube on my television a lot, so I wanted to listen to the last episode of News and Updates while I cleaned my house on my TV, instead of being a glasshole and doing it with my MetaQuest 3. But anyhow, so I turned on my TV. I brought up YouTube and I started doing the YouTube search. News and updates. Enter. Nothing. VR news and updates. Nothing. Mark's news and updates. Nothing.
No.
News and updates, Altspace. I typed in a mix of all those words, and I could not find the show at all. All the other YouTubers, news, VR news, all that stuff popped up, but I kept
Did you
scrolling and
use an-
scrolling, and Mark's news and updates I could not find, so I ended up cleaning my house and watching other stuff
Oh,
instead of
I
Mark's news and
apologize.
updates.
But
You can
did
go
you
to the
type in
Discord
an
group.
AND as opposed to the N sign?
No, yes, A and D. So I guess what I had a suggestion as a YouTuber myself is, and I don't know if and the whoever uploads the videos does, to use the keywords in the when they upload a video to
good
upload
tip.
it like in news and updates, comma news, comma updates, comma Mark's news and updates, like in a variety of and that way the tags themselves you can find the show a lot easier.
Excellent tip.
Good suggestion.
Thank you.
Very good.
We'll put a bug in the ear of Mark or Lance. Maybe.
Mark, you got that bug? We just planted it in your ear.
Is that what we're hearing?
Yeah.
That's
what
When
a bug
people
in the ear
search,
sounds
they
like.
should do it
I do use
using
some
the.
tags, but not those. But I will use those in future
Please.
episodes.
And there's also the
Okay.
Discord group too. For the links.
Ubi, save your housekeeping chores for next week so you can watch YouTube then. Watch news and updates.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we wanna
subscribe
hear
and
your
I got you
tips.
guys on Discord and everything, but you know, when you do it on the television, it's like a lot harder to like you can't click on a link or something like that.
Right.
Well, that's true. But that's one of the only drawbacks, really. So I think.
Anybody else want to share anything? Well, I guess we can call it a day then. Thank you guys for coming. We got a nice big group today.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Matthew, you're supposed to say we did a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. We did a thing!
There we go. Yay!
Okay, now the thing is.